Alright, what is good, my people? I'm coming to you on this fine Tuesday afternoon to report on the Gotham Nomination Awards. This is an award ceremony that happens very early on, and it's probably the earliest precursor for the Oscars. There's some interesting things about it, though, because it only accepts movies that are under like 40 million or 35 million dollars, so no high budget movies in here like Top Gun or The Fablemans. And for movies to be considered in acting and screenplay and directing categories, they have to be written, directed, and produced in the US. So you won't see a lot of international features featured in other categories. And yeah, just keep that in mind. Also, the acting categories are combined into one to account for non-binary performers. So they're not divided into male and female. So you'll see that happen once I go through them. But without further ado, I'm gonna just read down on my computer. I'll be looking down and up because I'm reading through my computer. But yeah, let me go through these. Breakthrough performer. We got Anna Cobb in Roll Going to the World's Fair, which makes a lot of sense to me. I think that's an easy nom. Then we got Frankie Corio. Frankie Corio and After Sun, one of my favorite movies of the year, maybe my favorite. Yeah, I love this nomination. I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer. If it didn't happen, I would have flipped. Anna Diop and Nanny, which also makes a ton of sense. And then we have a couple of nominees that I'm not too familiar with. We got Grisia Filipovic in Marina and Callie Reese in Catch the Fair One. Not familiar with those films and those performers, but I will definitely check them out and see what they're about. But yeah, here it seems like, again, Frankie Corio seems like maybe a frontrunner because the movie is like pretty acclaimed. But I can see this going to Anna Cobb, to Anna Diop, or Frankie Corio. So we'll see. Then we got Outstanding Supporting Performance, and there's a ton of people here. I think there might be like 10 nominees or something. So let me go through these. Jessie Buckley in Women Talking. So I guess Women Talking is eligible. That's great. And that's pretty obvious. Raul Castillo in The Inspection. We got an inspection guy in here. I heard some things about Raul Castillo, but yeah, I mean, obviously Jeremy Pope is kind of the whole movie, though. We got Hong Chow in The Whale, which makes a lot of sense. I love her performance. I love the movie. We got Brian Tyree Henry in Causeway, which is a performance that I'm super glad didn't go under the radar because he is excellent in it. He's definitely the best part of the movie for me, and he totally deserves some awards recognition. Like, he is honestly unbelievable in it. Then we have double nominations for Tar, Nina Haas, and Noemi Merlant, which is cool. I didn't expect to see Noemi Merlant in there because it seems like Nina Haas has been getting more kind of buzz around her name, but I mean, she was great in it, so I'm down for that. Kiwi Kwan, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Not a surprise, but still very happy to see my man in there. Mark Rylance and Bones and All. People have seen the movie and have said that his performance is kind of odd. I'm not sure what to make of it. I haven't seen the actual movie, but interesting to see him in here. We got Gabrielle Union in The Inspection, who I guess opposite Jeremy Pope is the person who's been getting the most buzz out of the supporting role. So good to see her in here. And then Ben Whishaw and Women Talking. So 2 Women Talking people. That means Claire Foy was left out, it seems, which is kind of crazy because I thought Claire Foy, like, honestly, in my eyes, Claire Foy was probably the frontrunner for that movie. Geez, okay, seems like an odd person to leave out. And also, I'm going through these. Yeah, Sadie Sink wasn't nominated, which I guess is a little bit more expected given that her name hasn't really picked up. But yeah, okay, interesting. And Stephanie Sue and Jamie Lee Curtis are nominated, which is kind of wild. Like, they left out 2 of the supporting women from Everything Everywhere, which I thought were like pretty close to being locks, honestly, considering how strong Everything Everywhere is. But I guess not. Okay, interesting. This, hopefully this is not a sign of the times for Oscar season because I really want to see like at least one of the Everything Everywhere women get nominated. But well, this is what we got so far. So, all right, outstanding lead performance. We got Kate Blanchett in Tar. Easy. I mean, you could have like if that didn't happen, then I would have probably jumped off a bridge. Danielle Detweiler in Till, another no-brainer. A performance I haven't seen, but I've heard she is like magnificent in it, so easy. Dale Dickey in A Love Song. Okay, interesting. We got Colin Farrell in After Yang. I love Colin Farrell in that movie. He's great. I thought he totally deserves some recognition, and I'm glad he did here. Then we got Brendan Fraser in The Whale, the presumed Oscar winner, Brendan Fraser, who obviously deserves to be in here because he's freaking amazing. Then we got Paul Mescal in After Sun. Again, I love After Sun. I think it's a magnificent movie. He's so good in it. I'm so glad he's getting some recognition, and I hope he can carry this into like Oscar nominations. Like that'd be freaking awesome, especially considering how weak After is. We got Thun. I'm sorry, Thandua Newton. I'm sorry if I mispronounced her name. From God's Country or his name. I apologize. I don't know. I don't know this actor. From God's Country. Okay. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know about this. So yeah, cool. Then we got Aubrey Plaza and Emily the Criminal. Really excited to see her in here. I haven't seen the movie, but I love her as an actress, and I heard she's very good in it. So then we got Taylor Russell for Bones and All, and that's awesome. I love to see Bones and All getting stuff. That kind of reminds me though. Did Timothy not get nominated? Yeah, I guess Timothy's not in supporting or lead, so that's interesting. So Timothy's out, another snub. We got Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's our last nominee, and God, thank God she's in here because that would have been some outrage if she wasn't in. Obviously, one of the front runners. So yeah, interesting category. Let's see what they left out. Let me think through these. Okay, so Timothy, I guess if you considered him lead, obviously Tang Wei and Park Hae-il are not eligible for this category. I guess Rooney Mara is not here. Rooney Mara is not here for Women Talking, which is interesting. Any other big snubs? Okay, wow. Okay, so they didn't nominate Jeremy Pope for The Inspection or Jennifer Lawrence either from Causeway. So some pretty decent snubs in there. Some pretty decent snubs. Nothing too crazy, but I mean Jeremy Pope seemed like kind of an easy person to nominate, like over Dale Dickey or like I'm sorry, I haven't seen Thandua Newton, but yeah, Jeremy Pope seemed like an easy person to nominate. They left him out. Well, interesting. Oh yeah, and after seeing this again, I realized that Mia Goth was not nominated for Pearl, which is an absolutely disgusting snub, and it should definitely happen. Academy, please nominate Mia Goth for Pearl. Yeah. All right, best screenplay we got After Yang. Oh, that's such a good nomination. Oh, thank God, Kogonada. Great screenplay. I love this movie. I think this movie is so unbelievably underrated, and it's so beautiful and so touching. I can't be happier with the nomination in this. We got Armageddon Time by James Gray. Oh, okay. So that means, geez, okay. So that means that Jeremy Strong, Anthony Hopkins, Anne Hathaway, all these people didn't get nominated. So I guess that's kind of big, but I guess they're not really in contention for an Oscar at this point, anyways. We got Catherine Called Birdie from Lena Dunham, and that seems like an interesting pick because there's only 5 picks in this category. That's an interesting thing to fill out the slot with. We got Tar from Todd Field, no brainer, and we got Women Talking from Sarah Polley, another no brainer. So let me think through these. What missed screenplay? A ton of things missed screenplay. So no After Sun, no Everything Everywhere, no Everything Everywhere. I mean, Jesus, that's freaking wild. Okay, that seemed like a no brainer. No Bones and All, no The Whale. Okay, wow. That's a lot. I mean, I can't believe they nominated Catherine Called Birdie over Everything Everywhere. That seems kind of odd. Or even Armageddon Time. Like, I know, like, the movie has its fans, but that's kind of wild. Okay, that's kind of unexpected. Okay, we got the Breakthrough Director Award. And for this, we got a bunch of A24 peeps. Charlotte Wells, probably the presumed winner, I'm guessing. Absolutely breathtaking debut. Has like a 96 on Metacritic. Like people love this movie, and I love it. So, yeah. Owen Klein for Funny Pages. Cool to see him in here. I'm glad he got in. Obviously an actor who went into directing. So, wish him the best. Elegance Braddon for The Inspection. Again, another A24 movie in here. So great to see him in for a personal story. We got Antonetta Alamat Kusijanovic for Marina, a movie I'm not familiar with, and Beth De Araujo for Soft and Quiet, and a movie I'm also not familiar with, and Jane Schoenburn for We're All Going to the World's Fair. Okay. All right, so a lot of these make sense, and a couple of them I just haven't seen, but yeah, interesting. It seems like a kind of a lock for Charlotte Wells though. International feature. Okay, this is interesting. Again, movies like I think Bardo's over the budget for sure. All Quiet on the Western Front's over the budget, so don't expect to see those in here. We got Athena, which is a French film from Netflix that's been pretty, acclaimed for its visuals. We got The Banshees of Inisherin. So again, this movie doesn't qualify for any other category, so that's why you're not seeing Colin Farrell or Banshees or Brendan Gleeson or Kerry Condon. Like it's just not eligible. So yeah, cool to see it in here. I mean, it seems like a pretty strong contender for this category. We got Corsage from Austria. We got Decision to Leave, obviously Park Chan Wook's movie from South Korea, and a presumed frontrunner alongside All Quiet for the Oscars. We got Happening, and we got Saint Omer, another French movie directed by Alice Diop. Seems like a pretty strong category. Liking the nominees a lot, and again, All Quiet, you know, could be nominated in Margot as well. I think here, what's missing? So EO missed out, which is unfortunate. We got Close, the A24 movie from Belgium, didn't make it, which is kind of odd. I mean, that's interesting. I think that it'll be an interesting precursor for the Oscars for sure. And yeah, I mean, those are the ones that come to mind straight away. Then we got documentary feature, and for this category, All That Breathes, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, I Didn't See You There, The Territory, and What We Leave Behind were nominated. I don't know if there's any specific criteria for documentary, but like it seems like they left a ton of stuff out. Like I don't know if like Navalny or Fire of Love or Moon Age Daydream or any of these documentaries are not eligible, but it seems like a weird category, man. Like I mean, I'm happy to see All the Beauty and the Bloodshed in there and All That Breathes, but some of the other ones I'm not as familiar with, and also Descendant. Again, not sure like what the eligibility criteria is for documentaries, but weird category for sure. Then we got Best Feature, and the first nominee is After Sun, which I'm really happy to see. I love this movie again, so I am so excited to see that. Then we got The Cathedral from Ricky D'Ambrose. I've heard about this movie, but I'm not too familiar with it. And then we have Dos Estaciones from Juan Pablo Gonzalez. Not familiar with this movie at all. So interesting two picks for a 5 nominee category, but yeah, I mean, always good to see some surprises, I guess. Definitely gonna check those movies out now, I guess. And then we have Everything Everywhere, which makes a ton of sense, and Tar from Top Field. So yeah, we got 3 really great nominees, and 2 that I'm not too familiar with, but I'm more concerned with what was snubbed here. So it seems like Women Talking was snubbed, After Yang, The Whale, The Inspection, all these movies that have maybe a higher profile than a couple of these were snubbed. So maybe that'll say something about the future of award season. Honestly, after seeing some of this, it seems like some of the major snubs had to do with Women Talking. Missing out with Rooney Mara, Claire Foy, and Feature. I mean, that's kind of odd. That's kind of crazy. Everything Everywhere Not Making Screenplay was weird, but at least it made picture. After Sun is a big winner here because it got breakthrough performance, it got leading performance, it got breakthrough director, and it got feature film. Like that's amazing. I mean, if After Sun can pull out a win, it seems like the ones that are leading the pack for nominations are maybe Everything Everywhere and Tar. But if After Sun can pull out a win, that'd be unbelievable. I'd be happy either way because I love all these movies. I love After Sun, I love Tar, I love Everything Everywhere. They're all deserving winners, but yeah, I mean, this is cool. We got some interesting nominees here. We got some interesting snubs here, and yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see what you guys think. Drop your comments below, and as always, peace.